And that's always terrible. And once again, live streaming isn't available right now. It does this every week. Refresh, and it should be available. Are we good? Are we good? We are live. Hello everybody, welcome to the King of Anime podcast, where we're back again to talk about anime. I had to delay it for an hour because we celebrated Christmas today because we couldn't do it on the 25th because of course it's 2020. Of course. This week we only have 2 shows, but I assume next week has to be our award show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be. This is perfect. Like, it all works out.
Oh,
perfectly.
this award show! Oh, this award show!
I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna let you guys pick all the stuff this time because I have nothing good to say about this season. So yeah, tune in next week.
I mean, that's the fun of it. Like, a lot of the times we just have to make up bullshit, you know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it is an award show, so
That's what we did for the first fall. Whenever we did the first awards.
Oh yeah. That's where the Goblin Slayer, King Nothing, the Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence, and Thigh Meat. Where's that next season?
Or the
Mm-hmm.
No, that was the same season because oh my god, that season. Akane Sasu Shoujo, SSSSSSS Gridman, Goblin Slayer, Rewrite D, Slime Daddy.
Oh my god! That whole season was bad.
Polka Dot Mama.
Yeah.
My god.
Yeah, tons of really bad stuff that season. And honestly, this season has been really mediocre. So it's better, I think. But by how much? By how much?
By 2 inches.
I don't think we'll ever reach those levels we reached.
I mean, God, 696.9? Come on, y'all.
Top reminded me of that.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. If you're not familiar already, this is King of Anime podcast where each week we talk about anime. At the beginning of the season, we lock in however much anime we want to lock in the season. And basically, it works this way. 2 passes, we get to watch it the next week, and 2 kills, we don't got to watch it anymore, and that means it's bad, you never watch it. Psych, just kidding. As we're probably about to explain here with YashaHime, it's not always that it's bad. I don't know, I may have spoiled the giveaway for YashaHime, but this is what it is, right?
You just spoiled how you feel. You don't know how we feel.
I know how you guys feel. I watched the same episode you guys did. By the way, who are you guys?
Well, me, I am everything animated. I've had some recent sort of mild success as of late. I recently ended up on, for those of you that don't know, on a Phasmophobia compilation video.
Hell yeah!
And yeah, I'm on it. I've been doing Twitch lately. I'm almost to 50 followers on Twitch. So if y'all want to follow me, go to my channel. It's in the description. You'll see it. It's KillerZek87. That's my Twitch.
I'm gonna make
self-little plug right there.
I want to make my own Twitch called Killer Snack.
Oh god.
Or Killer Snack.
Gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Speaking of booty, why is Astro's name on Discord Rudy Tootie Booty?
Listen, we're not going to talk about that. It's a reference.
We want to talk about this.
I didn't know it was a sensitive topic.
Well, I have another person named Sparkle Crotch in that server, so there you go.
Do you have another person named Penis Queef?
Demonetized. We haven't even talked about nothing yet. Oh my god. YashaHime, episode 13. Before we kill this show, see Moroku and Sango was pretty great, but when I saw that Hiraikots, I was like, oh my god, it's Sango, isn't it? And it just wasn't Sango, and I was like, shit, come on. Where's Sango at? But this villain guy was the opposite. was Miroku. Like, he sucked things in, which, by the way, Toa threw habanero sauce and it made him spit fire. Dude, he swallowed a house.
True.
He sure did.
This episode was like hilarious. And I'm pretty sure they did it on purpose.
Can we mention the fact that Songo, all she did was wash dishes this whole episode?
She did. No, she made a mask. She was making masks. So she's preparing for COVID.
Oh, she was right. She knew it was coming. She's like, a few hundred years in the future, these will be very important. She looks exactly the same. Hey, she got them good genes, even in feudal Japan. Good for her. But Miroku, I feel like he didn't even do anything either. He just took a shower underneath a waterfall and
ha 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 ha.
Yeah, ha 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 ha. And then he told Setsuna, "Hey, you got poisonous blood. Go get him, girl." And he didn't. See, I'm personally upset by the fact that, yeah, I understand this is a spinoff and it's these other girls' show, but I was just waiting for Miroku to just be like, "Stand back, ladies," and then he just does this fucking.
There's a hurricane coming through.
I love the hurricane. He just fucking obliterates this person, one shots it. I know he doesn't have the wind tunnel, but he could have like taken his staff and done this badass shit and thrown some of those things at him, make him explode. Oh, I was waiting for that and we never got it.
No,
so
there
I was
like
very upset with that.
No Songo, no Miroku, and like any like full role where you want to see them fight together. Like, I guess they fought together, but none of it was like we don't really see, like, there was no real fan service beyond them just being there.
I know. We had no fan service whatsoever, and I was pretty upset by that. Like, I know you were excited for this episode because it's like, Miroku. I'm like, I have bad feeling about this. I don't think it's gonna be the way that we think it is, and sure enough, I was right.
Yeah, it feels.
And now they're gone and off to the next thing.
This show looks like Inuyasha, feels like Inuyasha, and it started out pretty good, and then it just feels like it's kind of lost its, I don't want to say soul, but like it's lost that, that thing that made Inuyasha, where even though it was like a filler episode, you wanted to watch it. Like, some of the best episodes of Inuyasha were filler episodes. This just feels like it doesn't even feel like wasting time. It doesn't even feel like they know what they want to do with the show at this point, because we have these 4 perils. They're just basic generic enemies, but they treated them like they were going to be at least a little bit more threatening than that. And like, so far it's been like, what is, like, it's like, this is a weird comparison because I think I'm pretty sure we made this comparison with Demon Slayer, but this feels like Demon Slayer, but not nearly, but like no focus whatsoever. Demon Slayer had a general focus. It's just, this doesn't, and it just feels like a Demon Slayer felt like a lesser version of Inuyasha, and YashaHime feels like a lesser version of both Inuyasha and Demon Slayer. I don't know. What do you think, Satsuki?
I think I said this last podcast, but I was afraid that what happened in this episode would happen when we seen it. And what I said was, I'm afraid that they're going to use the old characters as kind of like leverage to keep us watching the show, because it's kind of like, okay, I can stick around as long as there's promises of Inuyasha and Kagome, and it feels like they're holding those two specifically hostage, because not only do we not see them, we get no information on them at all, which is very strange. Like, Inuyasha, Kagome, and Shishomaru, they're holding any information that has to do with them hostage and keeping the old fans in there because we want to know what happened to them. And I feel like that information is only going to be revealed to us in the tail end of the series, when by the time, I don't think we're going to make it there, but if people are still watching it, you're going to be like, so like bogged down by everything else that's going on, because I think the actual story of YashaHime, besides the old characters, is just mediocre. We're going through these demons, the four perils. They don't seem threatening at all. They feel like the typical villains we get in Inuyasha, and that's fine. And I think another thing that people might use as an excuse to like justify like the slow start is they'll be like, well, Inuyasha was hundreds of episodes and it took a long time to hit a stride, or the issue is that this is like a new era where long running series just don't survive like that. So I think Yashahime is just trying to copy that same formula that Inuyasha had, and it's just not working. Is my enjoyment of the series is like at an all-time low right now, because when we got Moroku, the thing that we were trying to like hang our hat on, it didn't feel like he was needed. He just was here. The only thing that he did of any significance was undo the seal. That was it. Even his whole situation with Hisui, I didn't care about. And then it got resolved, which I don't know why, because Hisui's whole problem was Moroku was running away. He felt like he was a coward. And then somehow by the end of the episode, he changes his opinion on him. But I'm like, but why? What did he do? He just like, oh, you stayed around for the monster, but he didn't fight. He just
Right.
he just hid behind a rock, told him to use the poison that he had, which I don't know why he didn't think of that himself, because he's a demon slayer, so he should know that. And that's all he did.
What?
I don't know.
You know what? This is a great comparison to, and I'm going to say it right now. This is Disney Star Wars. This is basically dangling that carrot of, hey, remember the old characters from Star Wars?
Yeah,
and remember this? But hey, here's all the new characters that you'll love, even though you don't like them nearly as much as you do Luke Skywalker or Han Solo or Leia. But hey, they're in there. They're just not going to do the things that you remember them doing. They're going to be the complete opposite of what they were, and kind of just hanging around the background. But hey, you're gonna love Rey. You're gonna love Kylo and Finn and all these other guys. But ultimately, it just turns out this is exactly like that. It's just very meh. Because when we finally do see those characters, you're left there sitting going, that's it? We waited all these years to see Moroku, and all he did was have long hair and say, here's some poison, y'all.
Yeah.
Let me sit on this rock.
I feel like this series can have episodes cut. And I think the way that I foresee this going with the fan base for Inuyasha is they're probably going to be like, yeah, with YashaHime, just skip most of it. It's really like probably a 10 to 12 episode series. I cannot see. I will continue to watch this show even when we kill it, because we're going to kill it. And I think that's what's going to happen is, like Satsuki said, the tail end is going to have all the important stuff. And we got like, I don't know. I think this series was worth making at the very end of it, because it gets people interested in actual Inuyasha. And that is the other thing about this series. They have 193 episodes to go through to get to YashaHime. Like, that is a very daunting task for a new viewer. Maybe they should have tried something different, like not even using the old characters as a crutch, just have it take place generations after or something, or I don't know, take place in modern day. I don't know, but I think they messed up with a couple things on tried to just make it more Inuyasha, and I think that was good initially, but I think it's starting to show how that became a crutch to the series. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not too strong. Like, I don't hate this show or anything, but it is definitely.
No, I don't hate it.
I feel like my patience is growing thin because we're watching it week to week, and we can't just every podcast say, "Yeah, kind of lame episode."
Yeah.
Pass.
It's like with this show is all right. So like I had to like prep this up. With Inuyasha, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's great. I think it was just good. Like I would give it a 7 out of 10. But with this show, it's kind of like we're hoping that it becomes Inuyasha. And at least for me, that's not really a good thing because the ceiling is not it's not that high. You know, it's still good, but for it to or for the promise of the show its potential being just Inuyasha, I don't think that's like a good thing going into every episode. And the fact is it's not even reaching that. So every episode we come in here is like it's just whatever episodes. And if this was a show like of course we can't separate the two, but I feel like if this was a show that had no attachment to Inuyasha, it would have not survived as long.
Yeah,
I could
I
not
agree.
see it.
I think it probably would have died around at max episode 8 or something like that. But actually, by the way, before if there's people in the chat noticing that we're not responding, it's because me and A are not reading the chat for a good while until AOT is finished because of spoilers.
True. I should read some comments.
I
I'll
am.
do that now.
I've been reading. I've been talking with Hollow. We're gonna make a collab, but I told him to sub to my
Oh god,
or
you
to
guys
follow
are,
me on Twitch.
EA and
EA,
Hall are
you
using
are
this as like a
brave.
networking thing.
Yeah, you are brave. I'll just say once we start Attack on Titan, stay away, please.
Oh, I will.
I'll yell at you if I have to. But yeah, QRW6 said, "Yep, our OGs are being used as cameos." Holographic said, "Beep beep."
Oh yeah,
QRW6 said,
beep beep sheep sheep.
What is going on?"
Beep beep. I'm a sheep sheep.
See, okay, all right.
Continue.
QRW6 said, "I'm comfortable watching YashaHime at my own time because it's becoming a chore because the hype is over." I can agree with that.
Yeah, I think this will be a good show to watch once it's all finished and you can speed through stuff. Because like I feel like with this episode was skippable, and that should not be a thing when you it's the first time you see Miroku and Sango in almost 2 decades, minus the first episode.
Mhm.
This should not be that reaction is skippable, I guess. No point. Like they should, dude. Sango should have been like this. Should have been like a multi-part thing where like Sango's like, I'm gonna take up the Haraikotes again, and just say you know the things she always says. Just I don't care. Have Miroku yell Sango. Just
Yeah.
but none of that. And like they gave hints of like Miroku's, and this is the stuff I liked about this. They gave hints like that Miroku was like this really bad person, like that would take things and not give back. It was very selfish. And like why is that? And there were things about how Miroku said himself, like I forget exactly what it was at this point, but basically, you know, some really cool character stuff that he's having trouble with, you know, personally wise. And I think that's really cool. Like that stuff is awesome. That's 2 moments in a 24-minute episode. And they did the Maroha thing again. And this didn't annoy me. This did not annoy me when EA was annoyed by it because I felt like I feel like that's just Maroha's character and like that's what I've come to expect from her. But this was annoying because literally it felt like they just rinsed and repeated it for what's the 4th time in a row? 4th or 5th? Like
Yeah.
She almost died on pancakes.
top
It
10
was 3
anime moments.
pancakes to be fair.
Okay, excuse me. It was 3 pancakes. She ate all in one bite, and she was about to drink some hideously disgusting water, and then that would have been the end of the Inuyasha bloodline.
Like they had a moment where we had one of Sango's daughters, Gyokuta or something. They were just eating fucking chips. fucking cheesy chips. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, and the villain, like I said before, the monster of the week guy in this episode, interesting, because he would suck things up just like Miroku would with his little black hole hand. And
I guess you could say that the villain really sucked.
Yes,
Well,
absolutely.
the thing is, this to me, this was one of the more interesting villains, but he sucked because he didn't play into any of that. They were just like, I guess they'll get it because he sucks and Miroku used to suck. Now he sucks and Miroku can't suck anymore, and they don't. But so what is he gonna do without the suck? And that's like come on.
I'm a little kid.
like they could have done something more interesting. I thought the comedy elements are great, like him eating a house and the habanera, and Setsuno was like, what was that? And Toa's like, habanera, it's super spicy. And she's like, haba what? That was funny. Like, that was like a cool like little moment. But
that was, if they wanted to kill it, they should have given it like a ghost pepper or something. a Carolina Reaper. That would really mess it up.
That would have been awesome. But like there's always, I think, in each episode some potential that you can see, except for there was one of them there just really wasn't. I think it was the first time they did that Moroha thing with the twins or whatever. I didn't really I don't know. Looking back on that, whatever. But for the most part, in my opinion, I think there's like teeny bits of like little cool stuff. But that's not the point of watching the show. The point of watching the show is to have something that is entertaining, makes you think, and I don't know, maybe tries to challenge the viewer sometimes.
Well, I'll just say this: EA has been spot on with spotting some of these lackluster characters. I still enjoy Moroha, but there was no reason for her to be in this episode. Absolutely none. She did nothing. Absolutely nothing in this episode. They literally could have cut out any scene that she was in, and nothing would have changed significantly in this episode in terms of like advancing the narrative. And there has been good things in here. Like I said, the whole thing with Moroku unsealing or undoing the seal from I'm blanking on the name. Setsuna. Not Setsuna. Is it Setsuna?
I think it was
Setsuno. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was iffy on that because I'm like, am I thinking of Love Live? Is that like right in my brain?
I know they have the same name. I know. I feel exactly what you're feeling.
Yeah, I thought my brain was right. I was like, I'm just in Love Live mode constantly. I can't do anything now. Yeah, but yeah, like that whole thing of like her turning into a demon, how she can't control that. Like there's some things in this episode. I just think as a whole, like those are just like plot points. Like they're planting seeds for things here and there, but the episode in its entirety just wasn't like enjoyable. So, and for some reason, the chat is debating on which Amelia they like more: Mind Break Amelia or regular Amelia.
Oh my gosh, Amelia is she's a gilf.
As soon as she was like patting her lap, and you could see the lap jiggle of her patting her lap, you knew immediately the degenerates were going to come out.
I mean, was it who was it? Was it a cheat nut who did like a poll on which cruise they like better? And I was so disappointed when I actually seen the poll so close. It was like 51% to 49% of people like saying like I want the lost memory cruise. Like what?
No,
she's so adorable. Like get that out of here.
Yeah, man, cruise is way better. Come on, dude.
There's a man Krush?
Yeah, well, that's normal Krush. Krush is just a dude.
Oh, Krush is the cat.
No, Krush is the green one.
Krush is the green-haired girl.
That's what I thought. You got me confused. I thought Krush was always a girl.
No. What I'm saying is like, she's a girl who is a fucking man. Like
She's masculine.
she
Oh,
like takes control
gotcha.
and shit. I forgot to put the thing.
Gotcha. She
Currently
gets
talking
all
about
up
here.
in there. Gotcha.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. If I were to marry Krush tomorrow, she would be the husband, I would be the wife, and I'd be okay with that. I'd want it that way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
that's fine.
this overly
All right,
feminine
got
Krush, get that out of here. We don't
Yeah,
need
I'll
any of
take her.
that. Right, you okay? At least we got a home for her.
Just
Yeah.
like Sango. I want the old Sango. I don't want
I don't want MILF
Housewife Sango.
Songo. I
Right,
like
I
MILFs. I like MILFs.
Housewife Songa. That's all she did. I'm making some cookies. Oh, did something happen? Oh, did the villain just come through? Oh well.
It's sad. She used to be a warrior. What happened? They're doing the Toriyama thing where like all the female characters become housewives.
Oh god.
It's
What-
true.
What is
It
it?
really is.
What is the girl with the shotgun that falls in love with Trunks?
My
That's
Mai.
Mai,
Mai.
which
Yeah.
I don't understand. Mai was older
Dude,
in Dragon
she's
Ball,
like
and
a
then became a
90-year-old
fucking.
woman.
And then
she's
she
in love
became
with
like a
10-year-old.
kid in Super. How did she become a kid in Super?
They wish that she became a kid because that's what the Dragon Balls wish them into a kids. So she's like 40 years
What?
old, and she fell in love with Trunks, who's like a 10-year-old. But
Yeah,
she's like in the body of a kid, and I'm like, what? And then she grows up, and like, oh my god, they go back to that alternate timeline where it's like
Yeah.
Trunks and Mai are like a thing, and I'm like, dude,
Because
she's like fucking 80.
right, because time travel is a thing and it's easy. What happened to Trunks destroying the fucking time travel device? Oh no, we need it this time because of Goku Black.
Hey, that's racist. Don't say that.
Well, I did. You see that freaking subtitle? It's like, who's that black guy? I always thought to myself, how are they going to dub that?
I mean, we got in Dragon Ball Super, don't shoot, he isn't black.
Right? I remember that one too. That it's like, oh god, this hurts on so many levels.
That's awful.
It is.
Oh my god.
The comments section, Anime Uprise asks, is YashaHime bad? I don't think any of us
No.
think it's bad.
No.
Oh yeah, I think
It's
it's
just
terrible. It's
lackluster.
just very
What?
very, very, very lackluster and very underwhelming.
What? Well,
You know, it's like
I would-
RC Cola. You could go for a Coke, but you know, RC Cola's there. It's bland. It does the job,
Yes.
but it ain't fulfilling.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually a good comparison.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things like where you wouldn't mind, like I wouldn't mind like watching a show if I had nothing else to watch, but because there are some other things I want to watch and we have like a plenty of things to choose from, it's just not that great in comparison to other things. But on its own, it's fine.
Yep. I mean, the thing about KOA is that I've said this so many times, but KOA is not necessarily a show to watch to determine if you should watch a show. And when we kill something and pass something, it doesn't mean like it's amazing. It really just means we enjoyed the episode and we like talking about it and we want to continue talking about it, I guess. And really, you should take more value from what we say about it rather than simply deciding, you know, it's bad or good if we kill it or whatever. Because like there is a KOA is interesting in that sense. You have to view it as like just kind of like an anime club kind of thing, I think. And as well, like there's plenty of shows we've killed where I've either regretted it because all you had to do was wait a week, or things like we've killed it because it's not bad, it's just we don't want to watch it on the show anymore. And we just want to watch it like 4 episodes at a time and wait like a month to watch the next batch than every single week. Like with this show, I'd enjoy this show much better if I was watching it on my own, I think.
You remember
Yeah.
the fastest show we ever killed that was like had such hype and popularity behind it? We killed Dr. Stone after 2 episodes.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. People still hate us for that.
Well, I didn't, to be honest. I wasn't hooked after the first two. I'm like, let's kill it. Even Sasuke was like, I'm surprised you guys killed it as fast as you did.
Well, like there was that one part where he's doing this speech where like they're all stoned or whatever, like on a beach or whatever, and he's
They're
like,
all stoned.
if we bring him back, they're just gonna be capitalist pigs, and he like kills a bunch of them that are turned into stone, and it's like you just murdered a guy right there. But okay, all right.
Yeah, and like the other dude was all about that one chick. He's like, I love her, and I love her, and I'm just gonna find her because I love her.
I hate that guy. Annoying as fuck.
What is your favorite? We're already off topic, so whatever. Like, what is you guys' favorite show, or like the best show you think? The best show that we killed.
Given.
I didn't finish Given.
Is
I'd have to go back and think.
Even had a movie, which I've heard is even better.
Did any of you? Okay, I know you have. See, but EA, have you ever finished a show that we killed?
No. I just give up on them, and even Slime Daddy when we were like maybe no, that's not true. I did actually finish Dororo. I did.
Wait, we killed that?
Yeah, we did.
Because it had like a bunch of really wonky episodes.
Shark Boy killed it.
No, it was the horse. It was the horse episode.
Yeah. I was going to say I felt like we stayed in there for Shark Boy. Oh God.
I think at that point we were just tired of watching it.
Yeah, I think that there was like either 2 or 3 episodes left, and I do remember finishing it. And to be quite honest, the ending was actually not bad. It was definitely weird because he was like fighting his half brother, and he got like a third eye, and he got his eyes back, and it wasn't bad. That's the only one I can think of right off the top of my head where I didn't necessarily hate Dororo, even though I hated that span of episodes with the Shark Boy and horse.
I mean, those episodes were a spawn of something, that's for sure.
They really were. But yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah, probably Kanata no Astro is my favorite thing that we killed because I actually watched it probably 3 weeks after we killed it. Because it was getting like I remember there was like a My Anime post that was showing that it was trending upwards in the score, and that's usually weird for a series that like because it was probably about 8 episodes deep at that point, and I was like, that's kind of weird for it to trend upwards. Usually it's the opposite way. So I watched all of it, and I ended up enjoying it.
Yeah, it had a really cool twist, like in the middle. Like we were like 1 episode off from the twist or something, or a couple.
About 2.
I will say
they were doing too many bouncy fruit episodes. I was sick and tired of that.
I will say I'm rewatching it right now, so you guys know I'm rewatching it. But Demon Slayer, I feel like that is a show that if it just did it, if someone read ahead enough to know what was going to come, like the Shield Hero thing, I don't think we would have killed it. If somebody confidently was like, okay, this part's slow and it sucks, but just get to this certain, but like I think it's just like an episode after we killed it, it got so much better. Like it's just those kinds of things you just never see coming with KOA. But yeah, I don't know.
You know, Demon Slayer's movie is the highest grossing movie in Japan. Beat Spirited Away.
Yeah.
And it used to be Your Name. Your Name used to be number 1 because it beat everybody, and now an anime movie beat it. Well,
I saw the trailer
for it. Your Name is an anime too.
I saw the trailer for it and some stuff for it, and I was like, all right, it's time to go back and rewatch Demon Slayer because
I might have to as well.
That shit looked really cool. I was like, oh fuck. It
looks like, is it the animation
stuff? The animation is just the tone of it all. It looks so good. I was like, God damn it. I don't really like Nezuko that much, but I'm all for this train guy.
Yeah, I think that's, to me, what kind of steered me away from Demon Slayer. It wasn't... Main character is alright, but Nezuko... yeah, what we would call him, Lemon Boy and
Pighead, yeah. He literally rammed his head into a tree over and over. Oh.
Let me read these comments. Yeah, he's human. Yes, it's me said, in my opinion, YashaHime is sort of boring to watch at times. QRW said, I still read Dr. Stone to this day. Randy said, Dr. Stone, I'm glad you killed it.
Randy is like, he's in anarchy. I'm telling you.
QRW said, I watched all of Fire Force season 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Arya is speaking a language I don't understand. Holographic said Nezuko and Shinobu best girls been fight me in all caps. So when are we setting that up?
Now.
Fight!
Fuck you, Hollow. My dad's cooler than yours. How about that?
Been through the first blow. We'll see how Hollow responds. Yes, it's me said, is anyone going to watch redo of Healer? I don't think we'll watch that.
I don't think we should be watching that show on KOA. It is a show.
What the hell is that?
Remember the first episode of Goblin Slayer?
Yes.
That's just the whole series.
It's a rapey, edgy show, basically.
I mean, I liked the first episode of Goblin Slayer, though. I thought it was nice, but I don't know.
Worse than
it's
that.
Worse. Really. Jesus.
Yes, it's much worse.
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, let's not watch that. Let's watch
let's watch Fun Happy Times.
Fun Happy Time and Cat Planet Cuties.
Randy said wait, what is?
Cat Planet Cuties? I think I watched the OVA for that.
I don't know what it is.
Well, that's a real anime series, by the way. It's like my second most viewed video on my channel.
I did a video on the OVA for Cat Planet Cuties. OV Awful, my old series. Go back, guys, if you're watching this. OV Awful, go back and check it out. I cover lots of really old OVAs, and it's really cool. Really good series. It's on my channel. Check the playlist tab.
Well, Hollow said the movie is going to be hyped, so let's collab on it, Ben. And he also said, love you too, senpai. Senpai.
All right. I'm going to leave Hollow in a dumpster. Prom night dumpster, baby.
Baby, I got no mom and dad. Prom night dumpster, baby. My story isn't long, but it's incredibly sad.
Oh my lord! I will say, if I could kill Fire Force again, I'd do it.
Oh my god!
Give me this. Somebody script out my Fire Force like rant, and I will word for word learn it again and redo it.
That was a great rant.
I mean, I'm just gonna say, I hated that show. I don't. And if you like that show, cool. But when you punch a woman and she falls in love with the main MC, I mean, well,
it happens. See, have you tried it yourself to see?
Have you?
No comment. Just know that my wife is going to have a couple of bruises.
Oh no! Jesus Christ! You're getting canceled.
I just say I did it.
I'm killing YashaHime.
Oh, we're still talking. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm killing it too. Rest in peace.
It doesn't matter what I think now, but yeah, it has run its course. Sorry, YashaHime. Sorry, Toa. I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm definitely gonna give it like every time I watch it, it's gonna have a 3-episode cushion. Like I'm waiting 3 episodes every time I watch it. I can't do it week to week.
Yeah, same.
I mean, might as well watch it dubbed at that point.
Yeah. Attack on Titan.
What?
All right.
There's an end credit scene. I did a video on it. Totally missed it. Everybody's calling me an idiot.
I mean,
and to be fair, yes, I am.
I mean, to be fair, I guess I could see how people can miss it because Attack on Titan usually, at least not to my knowledge, doesn't really have after credit scenes. You know, it's always just to be continued and then it goes into the credits itself. But this time around it didn't have that. So I can see where, okay, there's probably something else after this, and then boom. There's Eren Yeager, who I knew was Eren Yeager, but That was awesome. Just sitting there chilling, just going, "What's up, Reiner? Been a long time."
Yo, you stole my weed 5 years ago. I want it back.
Hollow said, "Ha, Ben missed the end credit scene. What an idiot!"
Oh,
But
fucking loser.
ReZero gave me PTSD, so like I stick around to see if there's after credits every time.
Yeah,
Every single time with anything I watch.
Yeah, I don't know if it was ReZero or some other anime, but yeah, it did the same thing where we went to the next episode and I was like, "Whoa, where the fuck is this? What happened?" And it's like, "Oh, you didn't see the after credits? Fucking loser." It's like, "Oh." So okay. So, you know what? See, I've been there with you. But what they say, sometimes the hardest lessons in life are the ones learned the hard way. I never skip anything anymore.
At this point, I'm just gonna skip the whole episode and skip immediately to the after end credits, and that's all I'm gonna watch from now on.
Right, and you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, I missed a whole bunch of things."
I did see the black screen though.
Yeah,
that's pretty nice.
Best part of the episode.
Didn't see 99.9% of it though. Things happened though in this episode, I believe, right?
Yeah,
a couple of things.
And I think I'm going to say something that's going to hurt the fandom.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
I think I can understand why people don't like Gabby. She's kind of annoying.
She did like headbutt Falco for no reason, and Falco was
like, "Yeah, she headbutted
because I love you."
And then right, and she's an idiot. He was basically saying that, "Oh, I'm doing this because." She's a sore loser. She didn't understand that he was basically saying, like a confession, basically. Because even the adults were like, she didn't get it.
She's literally curious, though.
Wait, but this is the same thing we complained about Fire Force, so we had to have that same energy. She headbutted Falco, and then literally right after that, he did the whole little confession thing. So,
but I think he liked her before.
Yeah,
I don't know. That headbutt might have forced that confession out of him.
He was like, Ryder, why should Gabby become a Titan? Because it's bad and she'll die young. And then Reiner was like, I'll report your family and you're gonna die. And everyone you love is gonna die. And she's gonna become 2 Titans at once. 2.
That's a pretty good bet, man.
I'm telling you, it was the headbutt that did it for him. Like before, he was like, "Yeah, I kind of like Gabby with the headbutt." He was like, "Whoa,
strong forehead, A+. My waifu now."
Yeah. Well, she gets really super excited about festivals so much to where she eats and then passes out and has to get dragged out by Reiner. Did you eat a whole lot? I sure did, Reiner. I want more of that ice cream and whatever the hell that other stuff was.
She, in a weird way, I don't know how to place it, but she kind of reminds me of season 1 Eren. Like, that kind of annoying air to him. Hit that annoying air into him.
I don't know. I mean, I never thought Eren was annoying. I definitely thought he was one-dimensional at the beginning. I said I hated Gabby, and your video already has a dislike. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did that, EA.
I did.
Take responsibility, senpai.
I'm sorry. Please, I'll take you as a wife.
Wait,
I know you'll
everybody hate Gabby?
No, there's some. It's split down the middle.
I think C said something important because I do think there's parallels. Gabby has parallels to Eren. I don't think everything has been shown yet to fully explain that, but there's some things that they're budding here because Eren in season 1 of Attack on Titan, people like John would look at him as they called him suicidal bastard because he was so gung-ho about killing Titans that he was kind of off-putting to everybody else because he was so focused on that one thing to the point where he didn't even really connect to people because there was one scene where everybody's literally chilling, having fun and shit, and Eren's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? We have to train. We have to kill all the Titans. And everybody's like, bro, we just want to like eat. We can't do that around you. So like, I think that's where the similarities go with Gabby, because she's really gung-ho about being the best soldier and inheriting the armored Titan. And while I can understand why you find her annoying, at least there's reasoning behind it, because her reasoning was like, okay, I'm doing this for my family to be an honorary Marlian. Her whole point was, Falco, your brother is already going to inherit the Beast Titan. You're good, because anybody who has someone who is one of the Titan shifters, their family is basically good. So her whole point was like, why are you trying to take this away from me? Like what's up? Of course, like, Falco has his own reasons too, but
because I want to kiss you on the lips, baby.
pretty much.
I want to hold your hand in public.
Okay, you're going a little too far.
That's some crazy shit right there, man.
Hey, man, that's some crazy shit right there, dude. I'm going to have to back up on that one. I'll table that for now, okay?
Randy said, Gabby is a dumb tsundere.
Woo! I can see it.
Gabby versus Tosaka. With Asuka as the special guest ref. No, it's a triple threat.
And then you throw in Tiger to the mix, make it a Royal Rumble.
Oh, you throw in
Tiger with the steel chair.
And then put in what's her face from Food Wars? Mega Cinder over there.
Arena.
Yeah, that's her. Put Arena in there.
And they just all go at each other.
Just make a compilation of just all the different, just see who wins.
Well, Gabby did it this episode too.
Alejandro said Gabby best girl.
See what I mean? It's split down the middle.
I like Gabby. I don't see what the issue with Gabby is.
She's kind of annoying. I don't hate her. She just.
What is she gonna do during this theater thing that they're holding next episode? She's gonna fucking streak across the stage or something? I don't get it. What did she do?
You can read the manga.
She's gonna be fighting people.
Oh, she's gonna stumble on the stage.
No, better yet, she's gonna be headbutting people.
Oh, yes.
Everybody's gonna fall in love with her.
Well, yeah, because of her. She gives a great head.
What?
Forehead.
What? What just came out of your mouth?
Well, listen, we've covered a lot of shows on here that have characters that give fantastic head. We have Tanjiro from Demon Slayer who can headbutt fucking a train and derail it. And we have the fucking MC guy from Fire Force. I'm sure he headbutted one of the girls at some point. They fell in love with him.
He fell in love with the train?
Maybe that happened in railroad lollies.
Damn, girl, I like those wheels, baby.
I like the way the steam comes out the top.
Are those bolts a little rusty? I can put some chrome on it.
Don't worry, I got the nice lubricant for you, WD-40.
Yes. Grease it up.
Is this the wrong podcast?
This is we're talking about Attack on Titan and we're just greasing up engines.
Theory time.
All right.
Willie is the Warhammer Titan.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too.
Because,
he just kind of gives off that presence.
Well, he not only that, but the way he talks to Magath, he's like, he talks about things like the history of Eldia and Marley and the Great Titan War and all this stuff, and I'm like, who would know about that? Oh, a Titan who has inherited all these memories. Well, besides people who read books, history and stuff, but it's just saying. Willie's the Warhammer Titan. Calling it now. Satsuki, do not make fun of me if it turns out to be like Nezuko or something.
I'm not going to say anything.
It's gonna be the two children that were fighting on the
Oh,
freaking
God.
couch.
Oh, God.
It's gonna be one of them. It's like, it's not Willie at all. It's third person from the right. It's just, damn it.
Willie
That's the
comes
Warhammer
out.
Titan. Son of a bitch.
Willie comes out during this play and he's like, "Oh, well, yeah, you all thought I was the kin of your savior or whatever, but actually, I am using my offspring as the Warhammer Titan. So come out on here, little Timmy. All right, now eat everyone."
Little tiny Tim.
I'm telling you. It's either that or Willie's the Titan.
Speaking of Tiny Tim, Aaron be looking like Tiny Tim these past couple of episodes. With the freaking one leg missing and the cane. I'm
Dude.
so curious to even know what's going on. I mean, I almost think that his look is basically just a disguise. Because
Yeah,
they knew him by a different name. It wasn't, what did they call him? Kruger?
Yeah, Kruger.
Yeah, they called him Kruger, and it was just I thought it was just really neat. He's just got the one leg missing, he's got the eye gone, his hair is super long now. He actually looks better this way.
Well,
Really? You like Hobo Aaron?
He kind of looks like a pothead too. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
he has like the thin mustache and everything.
he looks
I
like
mean,
Masako
anybody with
X.
facial hair looks better.
Aaron looks like Masako X from Team 4-Star.
He does actually look like him.
Oh,
but
Jotaro Kujo said yada yada daze, and then added UC and said, "Hey, remember me?" I don't know if that's like a greeting or a threat. Like you might get your shit punched in.
No.
Oh no.
I don't know what. I kind of feel scared.
Yeah, you should. I wouldn't.
Ominous.
If Jotaro said that to me, I'm not going to stay calm.
Freaking Jotaro is such a badass. He doesn't even have to look at his playing cards, and he beats you.
It's true.
And then he'll take your drink.
Yes.
That's right. And he'll smoke a cigarette, and it gets subtitled and blacked out for some reason. Because heaven forbid he's supposed to be underage, and I think that's why they blacked it out. But it's so dumb.
Doesn't look underage.
I know, right? He's supposed to be 17, and he looks like he's like 50. You know, I'm still in high school. Can't you tell by my deep, manly voice?
It's like Marcus Phoenix. If he's just at the end of the Gears of War, they're like, "Marcus, how do you do it?" He's like, "I'm actually 12.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how I do
other
it.
Kids.
Reload.
Oh, shit.
John DiMaggio, the voice of many generations.
He's so great.
Randy said Hobo Aaron looks like my grandpa.
There you go. See? Somebody appreciates Hobo Aaron.
I think it's pretty fascinating how the Tybers have really just no connection to anyone. They have their own guard. They have control over everything. And actually, have any of you guys seen Legend of Galactic Heroes?
No.
I've heard about it.
Me too.
So if any of you guys are liking the final season of Attack on Titan, all this war politics, Legend of Galactic Heroes and Attack on Titan have a lot in common. Like, this felt like a Legend of Galactic Heroes episode, like right down to the way it looked and how everything was established with the shots and stuff. Like, I was like, is this just... Is this Legend of Galactic Heroes? Like, it felt so much like it. Like, even like the guy, the Tiber lead to Willie, he's got blonde hair. Like, it's like Legend of Galactic Heroes. That's just totally what it feels like. Just if any of you guys are curious, go watch the new Legend of Galactic Heroes first, and maybe you'll see it. Especially in this episode. This episode felt like the backstory to one of the main characters of Legend of Galactic Heroes. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was an interesting tidbit.
Did you see that guard that was like 6'6"? That was like, come on in.
come on in. I'm 6'6".
I'm like, damn, he's freaking tall Asgard.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
There were a lot of people. I think it was last episode because they're rearranging some things here and there. It was a lot of people distressed because we didn't get to see PX ass, and they finally got a little bit of that here.
Oh,
This
yeah.
episode where she was like crawling around. I found that funny too because she's so used to her cart titan that she's more comfortable crawling around because she's literally been in that form longer, or she's been in it for such a long time that, like, I mean, we saw her like the first time we seen her like in human form, she was on crutches just because she could not like walk.
Crazy. She's more Titan than she is human.
Yeah. But yeah, degenerates.
What do you guys think about the brass, the military brass? Because we've seen them planning with where tried to plan with Reiner.
They don't like him still because he's an Eldian. See this? I guess this is why I just don't understand why they even put up with this shit. You know what I mean? Why don't they just unite all the Eldians and say, fuck all y'all, we're going to be the superior race? But I get it. They hold that guilt and they hold all that stuff in. But yeah, I wouldn't take it. I'd just be like, hey, I got a good plan. Why don't you take it up with me? We knocked a hole in a wall, for crying out loud. Was that not good enough for you?
Yeah. To be fair, though, they lost Marcel, but it is what it is, I suppose. They did stay there for a long time. Yeah. I don't know.
They stayed there for 5 years, right?
Yeah, 5 years at least.
I just like how they commented after Reiner got he got basically just like his idea got thrown out. I like how I think it was either Piek or Porco who commented like, these are the same guys who sent like 3 kids to the wall. What do we expect?
Yeah. They don't like the fact that kids are in charge of this, and that's obviously carrying over with how well they did in their first expedition, trying to get the founding titan. So yes.
Yep. We actually had fun in this episode. The festival.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun. Yeah. Not Reiner. His wallet was empty.
I said this on Twitter. They drained his hope, they drained his will to live, and then they drained his pockets. What more can you take from the man? Except for his life, because you're not getting that.
Yeah, well.
God, I'm so curious to know what happens next episode.
Well, yeah, because Gabby's like, I kind of feel like something's about to change. Doing this whole episode.
I knew something. Yeah, I knew something happened.
This is always a thing where shows will have this really happy episode, and then the next episode is like, no more happiness.
Right. I feel like winds of change are upon us.
I think somebody's dying next episode, and I don't think it's Falco or Gabby. I don't.
I'd be surprised if it was Aaron. Like, I would legit be like, Game of Thrones? What?
Well, I don't. I think Reiner, maybe, because they focus so much on this guy so far.
Yeah.
That it makes
That'd
me
be the only thing I could think of, and then maybe it'll be passed on to someone else, and they'll become the Armored Titan. There's so many damn Titans. I'm like, Armored Colossus. No, fuck, which one? Armored Titan. It'll probably be something, because I think
Willie,
Reiner,
for all I know.
Right, Big Willie comes out and Big Willie comes out and goes, "You ready for the Warhammer Titan? Yay!" Well, then here he is. Yay!
Turns out he's not that cool.
He's just like really, really small, and you could fit him in the palm of your hand. You're just like, this is it. This is the Warhammer Titan.
It's 1,000 duck-sized colossal titans.
Crunch.
Turns out the Colossal Titan wasn't really that hard to defeat. Wasn't that colossal? Just a lot of them. Little shits.
What do you guys are? Who do you think Aaron was writing to? Because we've seen him giving letters to Falco to send outside of the.
I
know
think
this. I know.
I think it
What?
goes between people. Like I think maybe there's like this system they have where all of them are spread out throughout the city, and Aaron is given a letter like, "Hey, it's time to transform and roll out." And
Optimus Prime,
yeah,
Optimus Aaron.
we're gonna need a lot of energon and a whole lot of luck.
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar. Like, I think he's sending letters out to his fellow comrades, to Levi, to freaking Mikasa, to all the rest. And I agree. I think they're somewhere in the city, and they're just ready for that point of attack, because they're gonna start fucking shit up, and just it's going to be. Oh, I think it's gonna be spectacular. My nipples are getting hard thinking about it.
Oh
my God.
So
Like,
Like,
we ain't going there.
who do we have left? We have Aaron, Mikasa, Hanj, Sasha,
Mhm. Levi,
Armin, Levi, yeah,
Baldy.
but yeah, bald guy, John.
Oh God.
I think that's it, though. Unless they somehow recruited more people, but that's
Unless they fucking reconstructed the blown to bits fucking skull of Petra. I think that's all they got.
Oh. And freaking that one dude who was a coward.
Flock.
Yeah, Flock. Thank you. It's interesting. He was an interesting character just because he was a coward the whole time. I thought he was going to die, and he ended up living. And just to hear his perspective of, just like, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but just the people dying and how we could make certain choices, and how it should have been, the captain instead of Armin that lived and got the Titan. I don't know. He has an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, he's very pragmatic. He doesn't have emotional attachments to the other characters, so his perspective is unique because he's not coming from a place of, I like Armin, so I think we should have revived him. He's like, no, Erwin was the best choice, so he should have lived.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this whole thing where like they're at this big dinner party or whatever for all these hoity-toities, and actually the fat guy, the fat bald guy, looks exactly like one of the antagonists in Legend of Galactic Heroes. Like one of the main, like exactly like him. But he's talking and he's like, let's just take some wine. Let's just, whatever. Like, this is all just down the drain, right? And he's smiling with a shit-eating grin, and they're just like, they're ready to fucking jump this guy. As Sasi say, get the squad. And just fucking destroy him. And then Willie comes on, and they're like, oh, Willie, yeah, woo, Willie.
And all he did was just tell him to leave, and he got a standing ovation.
Yeah, I think that was just to establish how beloved Willie, and I guess by extension the Tiber family is. And these aren't just Eldians. These are people outside of their nation that feel this way about Tiber. So you can just see how much charisma he has.
So even more Legend of Galactic Hero connections. There's 3 factions in Legend of Galactic Heroes. So in AOT you have people from Paradise. You have the Tibers, and then you have, where the fuck these Eldian Marlians? Yeah. So you kind of have like the 3 faction thing going on here. 3 people with different interests.
Yeah. Oh, somebody said something I was going to ask you guys about. There was a woman who, it was, I'm blanking on his name right now. Sophie Udo. He spilled wine on this woman, and
Yes.
she kind of like saved his fucking life.
Is the Easterner from Hizuru.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she knew he was an Eldian, and he was like, how? So I think this is maybe they talk about, maybe it was earlier in the episode or maybe later. I can't remember, but they all get together and they talk about how the people from abroad hate the Eldians as well, just as much, maybe even more. So yeah, it is. It's very interesting why she chose to do that, but I think that was to establish her character and how important she is through these little side characters.
We also had a conversation with Aaron and his grandpops when they were sitting on the bench.
Oh yes, yeah, Jaeger.
Wait a minute. That was his grandpa?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I didn't even put two and two together. Of course, your last name. So that. Oh, in the.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jaeger. Yeah.
And that was one of where, I guess you could say it was one of his grandchildren just got ate up by dogs.
Yeah, they show it.
Right. Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I was.
Holy crap.
In my video, I was like, we don't need to talk about him. This is just depressing. Like all the stuff that happened to that guy. But I think it's very funny. Like we've had these kind of like moments where, and so far in the season, where we have like these weird connections of people meeting.
So, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say really quick. Does that mean that is his step grandfather? Aaron's step grandfather?
No, that's just his grandfather.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true because that would be from his father's side, well, not his mother. I'm so bad with the family tree, but cool. Did he even know? No, he had to have known because of the last name, but the grandpa probably didn't know that that was his grandson.
Yeah, he probably didn't know, but Aaron probably knew, likely because he has the memories of his father.
Yep.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That just blew my mind just now. And we're almost at freaking 100 people watching us right now.
That's pretty crazy. Thanks, guys. Appreciate
95, I think, is the highest I've ever seen it. Holy crap.
Yeah. If you guys haven't already, please.
100!
Please be sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Subscribe to all these guys. Everything is in the links are in description for everyone. So, oh god, what else happened in this episode?
Well, I was going to comment. Benjadu said Grandpa hates what he did to Grisha. Grisha hates what he did to Zeke. Maybe Aaron will hate what he does to someone else soon.
Ooh, that's very interesting. Interesting little parallel because I feel like this show has kind of shown, especially this season in particular, that there are no real winners or losers. Well, there's a lot of losers, but there's no real like winners. Everybody kills somebody, and they're kind of, they kill these people for no reason. Marco, poor Marco.
Oh yeah.
All he did was know too much.
Yep. Yep. I mean, yeah. Well, all of it is very much going back to the political theme of this season, I think, where it's all a play to get in power and make the decision based off these ideologies or whatever is driving them to, get into these positions. So another Legend of Galactic Heroes kind of nod there. This show, I'm telling you guys, I should do a whole video about this because it is impeccable how similar these two shows are. But yeah, I think this is really like, you have like your side you want to win or whatever, like with, the good guys like Aaron and Mikasa and Hanj, but like they are not by any means clean of doing terrible things either, or making terrible, awful decisions. Same with, Reiner. Reiner has so much gray now that like you can say like you like Reiner, even though he's done so many terrible things, but you understand where he's coming from and you understand his life now. And same with all these characters right now. It's just, it's whoever is going to get in power and have these big plays and how that's going to change everything.
Before I say what I'm going to say, Hooney said, "Don't you think it's funny that an Eldian is the one that truly controls Marley?"
That is.
It's
that
very
really,
funny.
really is. But what does that show you, or what does that tell you about how, I don't know, just the whole grief-stricken thought process of these people, and how all they have to do is just say you're evil, and all of a sudden they can control them. You know, the 1 second they think for themselves and go, you know what, I'm tired of listening to these people. Oh, it would be over. It would be over for Marley.
Right.
Yeah, it's just so brainwashed, and it's so instilled in them. Like, we saw how Udo reacted just from spilling wine on this woman. You know, something that you wouldn't think is like a big deal. That's pretty much like a death sentence for them because of how much they're hated. Well, it's 2 things I want to say, because I kind of want to like go further with that. What's funny about how we see about how the Eldians are treated in Marley, I think it was Udo who said outside of Marley is even worse. And like, we had to put this in context. Think about that. So we're seeing Eldians being treated the best way possible, and that is terrible conditions, but this is the best place for Eldians, other than of course Paradise Island. This is the best place for Eldians, and we're following the characters who would benefit the most out of being Eldians because they're warriors. So imagine how it would be for a regular person who was an Eldian, had no military connections, so they're not getting special treatment because they're Titan shifters or family with Titan shifters, and they're outside the country. It would be terrible.
Damn. That didn't even occur to me. That's fucking grim.
That's grim, and I guess that really just shows the whole I don't know, just the whole writing of this show in general. It's really incredible. I love it.
Yeah. It's. I like the way they have so far developed the Eldians and their struggles and how they're treated, because when you go back and you look in the lore and stuff, you can kind of see why they're treated like this. But at the same time, it's also like there's that thought you have, well, it's like, well, that was then. What about now? Now you guys are the ones oppressing the oppressed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cycle of like that just never really ends until some other party comes in and introduces this new way of thinking and this new revolutionary ideals. So it's it's crazy to think that it's worse somewhere else.
Yeah.
How do you think this could be fixed? Because it's
Uh,
rooted deeply. It's rooted deeply, as we can see.
well, at the play, or whatever the theater thing Willie is doing, Mikasa makes her entrance and proceeds to do a bunch of crunches.
And
And
it's just like, Eldians aren't that bad.
Eldians, they got them 6-pack abs.
she starts shadowboxing, and they're just like, oh,
Oh, shit.
Ooh, look at those muscles.
they're
But,
just entranced by her workout regimen.
I don't know if there's like a surefire way to get like an easy fix, because
It's got to be through violence.
like it's basically years upon years upon years of just shit like this, where it's always been this way, and society and law always tells us that nothing ever changes unless somebody takes a stand and says no. And eventually, these Eldians that have these freaking Titan powers are going to have to tell them, no, why do I have to do this for you? Well, because we told you. Because you guys used to oppress us. Well, now you're oppressing us. So how does that make you better? Just listen to me, because da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't have to listen to you. You listen to me. So I think, yeah, violence, but eventually, I don't know. I think at some point, eventually, when the violence stops, there has to be some kind of peace.
Oh my
You know.
lord, we hit 100 concurrent. That's
We hit
amazing.
100 time ever.
Thank you, everybody.
Woo!
That is literally the second time I've ever hit 100 concurrent.
We finally did it.
So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Big accomplishment. Thank you.
Hooney said, "Did you guys see the gift that Aaron got from the letters?"
The gift?
The baseball and mitt, which there's something in that baseball, or some
Like
secret
what?
note in that mitt.
Like crack.
No, definitely.
Aaron,
He just takes it, right?
we sit you some PCP. You don't even need to turn into a Titan anymore. Just fucking cause destruction. Oh Lord. Yeah, but there's something that has to do with that. I think something in the ball, something with the mitt as well. Maybe the mitt was more of just, you don't want to send him a random ball.
Okay, there was one thing I wanted to talk about. It was a conversation between Magath and Willie. And Willie is going over like, how he has all this power, but he feels he feels burdened by it. And I thought that was interesting because that's been a that's been a theme in Attack on Titan. If you remember way back in season 3, part 1, this is during the Uprising arc where I know you guys aren't probably going to remember him because like it's hard to remember this dude by name. His name was Sanez. He was one of the guys who tortured and killed Pastor Nick.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah. And when they locked him up and everything, although he wasn't important himself, he said something really stood out to me with Hanji. He said, this is not I can't remember what he said verbatim, but he basically said, like, now the ball is in your park, you're going to be the one who like sits in a position of power, and you're going to have to do some things that are like ethnically questionable and whatnot, just like how we were. Like, you're next up. And I find that interesting because that's kind of like how Willie feels. Like, he feels very burdened by his own position, and like he doesn't want it. He doesn't really want this power, but it's in his lap, so he has to do with it. He has to do what he can with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's AOT. It ain't all fun.
Oh, I'm so hyped for the next episode. I want to know what Aaron and freaking Ryan are going to talk about. Hey man, how's it going? It's been so long.
Hey, man. Where you going over here, man?
I got this ball. You want to play catch? I never had a father growing up, so
fucking throws the ball and it just fucking hits him in the face and knocks him out. Did you get Reiner? You dick? You fucking dick?
Reiner's 100% going to try to like lean into the ball to like die or something.
That's terrible. I should laugh at that.
He's suffer boy, for sure.
Lord.
Oh my god! Imagine Reiner with Return by Death. He would be livid.
You're the worst person. You'd just be the part of Subaru that always gives up.
Yeah,
it's not any of the the other great parts of Subaru. It's just the one terrible part.
The part of Subaru that just jumps off a cliff and dies.
Yeah, which literally happens. So,
hey.
I just watched that episode. Funny enough,
there's a good side story about that, where if he accepted a contract with Byakuo and he becomes like a mob lord or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't take up that offer.
I'm telling you, those if stories are great. They're great.
I would definitely sign a contract with Beatrice over Echidna.
Well, no, Sasuke, your route would be Ayamatsu if, which is the one where Elsa falls in love with Subaru.
Well, yeah.
Is that real?
Mm-hmm. It is. I'll link it. It's really good.
Elsa falls in love with Subaru.
Yes, in one of the if stories she does. She is interesting.
Does she murder him? She's undressing? What?
No. She's very interesting. Well,
I thought she's undressing.
She might as well be naked at this point, anyways. Come on. Like,
hey, someone's undressing here. Hubba hubba.
Elsa, put some clothes on. I'm not wearing. Look, I'm wearing clothes.
She probably wears no underwear.
Man, Hooney is on fire. He said this shows things for a reason, and nothing can be called a useless panel, and that's what I love about it. They show things for a reason.
Yeah. I'm always a huge fan of that, of showing but not telling. I feel like things that get explained to us like we're children is more annoying than it is like, oh yeah, I can connect the dots. Oh shit, that's why. Ooh, that's great.
I'm telling you, we need more anime with war politics, and because they're amazing and they're always great. I love it.
I think in general, this show does this thing where it doesn't do overly dramatic reveals or scenes too much. Like the most iconic scene in Attack on Titan, or one of them, is the whole reveal of the Colossal and Armored Titan, and it happens so casually. And I think that show does that a lot. Like the whole, like what EA was, like when he was mind blown, with Aaron talking to his grandfather. Like they don't focus on that scene to like for you to like immediately go like, oh shit, he's talking to his grandpa. It's kind of just, it just happens. It's so natural.
Yeah. I remember when I first saw whenever Reiner revealed that they were basically the Titans, I literally had to go backwards and say, wait, did he just say what I thought he said? Hold on. And then I read it again. I'm like, yes, they did say that.
Tell
and then
me he did not just say that.
Everything. Oh, I love Booker T. But everything else transpired after that, and I was just like, holy shit.
Literally, EA, when I read it for the first time, I had to double back too. It was kind of like that whole like what? Like, I read the panel again. Like, did he just say this?
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yep. Oh man, I have so many fond memories of reading Attack on Titan like 5 or 6 years ago, waiting every single month for those for those manga translations to drop. I was so excited. Like I read basically what was all of season 2 during that time, in that 4-year span where nothing happened. And like I remember the whole revelation of the Berthold and Reiner being Titan shifters, and like it was like, what the fuck is going on? This is the greatest thing ever. Yeah. Those are good times.
And then the fight that happened afterwards where freaking Aaron is about to punch Reinhardt and slowly transforms and then just boom right in the face.
Dude, that fight is amazing. It's so many pro wrestling moves and MMA moves.
Yep, the suplex, and he got him like a chokehold at one point.
A triangle choke.
Yeah. Oh, that was so great.
Yeah, so good. Oh man. I'm getting flustered, get a little hot.
No, I want the next episode.
Oh, maybe.
How could they end it like that?
Yeah. Shit.
Pipe Dream.
Isn't next week's episode delayed?
I don't know. Someone said it in the live chat. I don't know though.
Oh,
I hope not.
We're at 110.
If it is, it's literally perfect. If it's delayed, that's literally perfect for us.
Yeah, no, it's perfect for us. We have no shows to cover.
Okay. But I just look at it as like I want to see it, because Attack on Titan definitely has a tendency of always ending stuff on a cliffhanger, and you have to wait a week for it.
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget in the first season where Levi says, "Hold your ears," and then it goes to be continued, and I was like, "No, what happened?"
Oh yeah, see, Hooney is on fire again. In one talk, it confirms and reveals a lot of things. Colt and Grice's uncle, Colt and Falco. Colt and Falco's uncle was the one that recruited Grisha, Aaron's granddad, and is in a mental hospital, not as a doctor but as a patient. Subtle too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool too. Like he's like a doctor, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm sorry, we gotta bring him back in. I don't know how he escaped. And I went, oh, he's not really a doctor.
Yeah.
That's
sad.
It is sad, but yeah, I like that little subtlety too. This whole show is great.
Yeah, this show's kind of fucking amazing, and yeah, this is what I hope Demon Slayer, my rewatch, turns out to be. Like it's just like an AOT season 1 kind of thing where it's just really weak for most of it, and it's where the stuff after that That's what I hope Demon Slayer turns into. But this, man, god damn it, shows great.
Well, what do you guys think is going to come out of the Aaron and Reiner conversation?
I almost feel like it's going to be an eruption of like some kind of fight, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me kind of thinks that it's not going to be that because I don't know. They're just gonna like turn into Titans right there in the middle of town square. I don't know. I mean,
Well, Falco's there. I think Falco is there because you had to stop that from happening. So
right.
I think this
But
is going to
there's-
be like
Huge tension of talking. That's what it's going to be.
I think maybe Aaron just wants to know why he did all of what he did. Because as far as we know, they haven't really had that conversation man to man, nobody in the room. And Falco won't understand, so who gives a shit?
But
Which for Falco, this is actually gonna be a big moment for Falco because Falco has already kind of had these kind of cracks start to form in his mind about certain things, about the way things are. So
and Aaron's gonna talk about the people that he's killed, and that's probably gonna mess him up.
Right, and just hearing, that he is an Eldian, and these are the, this guy is the demon from Paradise Island. And maybe even Falco finds out that's the founding Titan. In which case, how is Falco going to react hearing all of this, and how is Reiner going to react? Because Reiner has that split personality thing going on. So, is he going to freak out like Jaeger did? Who knows?
Yeah, and he freaking he's been befriending Aaron this whole time, and for him to kind of change his mind or try to change his mind and be like, oh, these people are the devil. Well, he doesn't seem like a devil. I talked to him for a couple of days, couple of weeks on end. He seemed like a totally chill, totally cool guy. But these are the people that we're supposedly supposed to be fighting.
Yeah.
It definitely raises a lot of questions, but I can't see like Reiner just leaving knowing that Aaron is there. I almost feel like there's going to be some kind of fight. It might not happen right there, but something's going to go down. Definitely.
Do you think they're going to fight hand to hand or as Titans?
It's got to be hand to hand. I don't think they could do
I mean, well, we have bum Aaron. I don't know what he's going to do with one leg.
He can heal his limbs back at any point, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. He could just do one of those. I got my leg back.
He's Piccolo.
But do you think Reiner would let him do that?
Nah. Or maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows, and obviously you knows. But I'm just I want to know. I don't know. There could be some sort of fight to happen, but definitely a lot of talking, a lot of tension.
Well, guys, for everyone watching right now, we're at 105 concurrent viewers, which is amazing. I think we're still going up. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody. But next week, we're going to have our award show for fall 2020, where we talk about all the anime that aired this season and give out fake awards. So that'll be fun. And if you haven't already, check my community tab, where I've already announced all the shows we're going to be covering next season. So far, we may have some surprises. You're going to have to watch that first week of KOA in a couple of weeks to figure out all the new shows we're covering. But we're going to be covering ReZero Season 2. We're going to be covering AOT this show, continuing in the next season. Promised Neverland Season 2, and maybe we'll throw Berserk in there, Berserk 1997, later on in the season if things get bad. So, with that being said, guys, where can they find you?
Oh, yes, sorry. You can find me at Everything Animated. I see I have one subscriber that just joined me already. I appreciate you. I am definitely... I'm looking to be gung-ho in 2021. I want to get to 1K. I want to get to 1K. I want to be able to do this whole community tab thing. I want to do more with YouTube than I already am, I guess. And I have a Twitch. Definitely looking to push. I'm pushing the Twitch. Killazik87. It's also in my. You'll see it in the description whenever you go to my channel. But yeah, you can find me there. Oh, and All Elite. It's me and my girlfriend. we have a channel. It's called All Elite Couple. We're looking to get to 1,000 as well. We're so close to 100 right now. Let's make it there. Super easy. So
Yes.
thank you.
Everyone's
thank you.
links are in the description, by the way. Like, just go in the description. You'll find them there. Go subscribe if you like it. You can unsubscribe later if you don't. But Satsuki, what the hell are you doing? I don't think you're doing much, are you?
So I'm kind of like fucking retired. So I'm just a guest on other people's channels. So you can find me on other people's channels. Of course, I'm still going to be on here and things like that. I'm pretty sure we'll find something. Me and EA will find something to do later on as the season keeps going on. So I'm just chilling right now. That's it.
Join the retired life.
It's treated me well so far. Like not having the mentality of, that's a good idea. I should write about this. And like, because even when I wasn't doing videos, I was always thinking about doing them. But now, like, just going like, I don't have to do shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that mentality is pretty fun so far. So.
Yeah, no, it is. When I swapped over from gaming to anime in 2017, I didn't play games for a while for years, really, because I was like, I don't have to play games. Like, I don't have to record them. I don't have to act like, I'm super entertaining. It's great. It's great. You'll feel it again soon, Satsuki. Give it a year. Give it a year or two. You're gonna be like,
we shall see.
And
there's one video I want to do though, so it's going to be. I'm not doing anything this year, but there's one video I want to do. I'm not going to say what it is.
Well, the thing is,
on live,
it like you don't even have to return full time. It's just like you already said. There's just that one thing that always you gotta do it, and then you can finish it out properly, right? So, yeah. Thanks everybody for watching this week's KOA. It was pretty freaking awesome. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week with our fall 2020 awards show. I hated it. I hated this season. It's terrible.
We'll make it entertaining though.
Yeah, hopefully.